You want to start?
Yep.
Okay.
It's already going. Okay. Just the pre-show.
We could put that in there.
I don't know.
We can put that in there. Yeah.
We were just talking about bodies and brains. And
all right. Now we're really starting.
Right. Back to the podcast, the regular podcast, not the pre-podcast.
This ain't no pre-show.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. I'm Kendra.
I'm Olivia.
Josh.
And this is our Music Oddcast. So today we're going to be talking about musicians and like their ghost experiences. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of them, so take it away.
Yeah, first one that we're going to talk about is Aaron Carter. And if anyone doesn't know who he is brother of Backstreet Boy Nick Carter. And he had a career in the late 90s and was like a kind of like a
He was the blonde kid, right?
Yeah.
Real blonde.
Like he was into pop or, pop. And they said rapper and hip hop too. I don't know. I didn't really listen to his stuff, so I can't say. He doesn't look like he would be, but, who knows. He was on Dancing with the Stars and he was an actor on Lizzie McGuire. But yeah, his experience was... This is kind of a cool one. I guess if you're going to have an experience, this would be kind of the one that I'd want to have. But his late grandmother, who was like a firm believer in the paranormal, she asked him when she was still alive, if she gave him this candle, if he would light it after her death. And he did it, and nothing happened. And then...
right after her death?
It didn't say.
Didn't say, okay.
We were reading a lot from a Rolling Stone article, because that's what...
Yeah, that's okay. I was just curious.
So it didn't say, but after he blew out the candle, she appeared and said like there was a cold blast or a cold spot, which is common with paranormal experiences. And she just said, "I told you," and then disappeared.
I told you.
Who came to him? Just a random ghost?
His grandmother.
Yeah. Okay,
Who had passed.
So there
Well,
was...
that's nice. At least
I know, it's such like a
you'd want to see
comforting...
a relative, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Total sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a local comedian here in town. His name's Corey. Maybe I shouldn't mention. But yeah, if you guys ever see any of his stuff, Corey Carolchi, he's fucking hilarious. But he dated a girl and she like broke up with him for Aaron Carter once.
Oh.
Wow.
So that... Every time I think of Aaron Carter, I just think about the stand-up set like after that happened, where he's like, "I don't even have anything to say. This actually happened, guys." It was really funny.
I think he was the one, and I remember from being at hair salons and reading the like Us Weeklies, but I think he was the one that Lindsay Lohan and Hillary Duff fought over.
Oh,
like he was like dating both of them, and
yeah, it checks out. That checks out.
Yeah,
totally.
It's so funny.
My brother-in-law was dumped for Julian Casablancas from The Strokes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was living in New York.
Upgrade.
That's really funny, though.
Yeah,
of all random people.
I know.
It would suck if he was like a big fan of their music. I'm like, damn
I
it,
know.
I don't understand. It sucks.
I love it, but I hate him now.
Okay, so next one.
I'm sorry, I was gonna roll back to Aaron Carter. Didn't he have like didn't he have the one where he's like it's like something about a party?
Aaron's party. I think.
Aaron's party.
That sounds cool.
It was either the name of a song or an album or a single or maybe all of the above.
And like he was like playing basketball and all
rapping
that stuff.
on the side.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a trip. Yeah, I forgot about that. It just came back to me. That's so funny though.
I'm trying to forget about it. I don't think I
know,
saw
right?
It.
Well, I was like, to be fair, I was too old to ever get into it or take it seriously. But I'm sure if I was like 12, I would have been like, oh my gosh. I would have been nuts about him.
I had some friends, and they were actually guy friends that were really into Backstreet Boys in high school.
Oh, it's really funny now. Like everyone pretending, because like when Backstreet Boys were in, people pretended like they didn't love it. But
I know.
They probably sold 10 million albums, so
I know.
Just do the math. Like there was dudes into them.
It had to be more than that,
or whatever.
Yeah, like they millions. Were huge.
They were
global.
Okay, next one, Bret Michaels. And he is, if you guys don't know, singer-songwriter from band Poison.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's a producer, actor. He had the show Rock of Love.
Rock of
in
Love.
2007.
Never forget, man. Like Lindsay, like who used to be on this podcast, was obsessed with that and Flava of Love and just like all of those shitty
I remember that
VH1
one.
like dating shows.
Yeah,
So funny.
They're funny.
they were funny because I remember I'd see like a lot of the clips afterwards.
So funny.
Yeah. But he had 5 solo albums and then 7 albums with Poison. And he dated Pamela Anderson. Remember that?
Wow, Poison
Another, like,
has
Us
7
Weekly.
albums.
Yeah.
Well, they had that many.
It was surprising when I was researching this how many albums some of these people have put out. Like some of them you're not
Yeah.
super surprised, but others you're like, what the fuck? Like how? Especially, we're going to talk about Demi Lovato because you're like, how old are you? She
Yeah.
seems like she's like maybe 30, probably not.
No, probably
like
not.
25.
Yeah. I don't know. I could Google it.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not to her yet. Bret Michaels claims that his paranormal experience helped his 17-year-old self get his life back in order after struggling because of his parents' divorce. And it didn't say anything else about, like, other than he just had a paranormal experience. Like, I could not find, like,
Any details on it?
nothing.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate when, you find, like, the headline of something and then you can't get it. There's a lot of that, so sorry ahead of time. But there's some of the ones that
So
we
we'll
do
make up
have,
our own story that
we
happened.
could.
I know,
Yeah, but the ones that we do have information on, they're pretty good. Okay, next one, Meatloaf.
I would do anything for love. Remember,
Yeah.
like when I was a kid,
He was
and
all
that,
coked up and probably saw something, right?
hell yeah. I remember like singing that song in the car on the way to go to camp every day.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah, and but we would change it to lunch instead of love, and we all just thought we were so fucking brilliant for that.
Hilarious.
We were like, I was like 10.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny, yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
sisters were pretty into him. And he had 12, well, he's a singer, actor, and he was known for his theatrical performances and vocal style.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was in Rocky Horror Picture Show, tons of stuff actually. The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag, Spice World.
Fight Club.
Oh my god,
Fight
he was
Club.
in Spice World?
Yeah, he was in
How the
Spice
fuck did I not know that?
and
'Cause you've
Tenacious
never
D
seen Spice
and the
World.
I know, I own
you
that
own it?
fucking movie. I just
Oh.
haven't
Maybe it's a
watched it in like
cameo.
10 years.
It's a
Yeah,
small
it has gotta be a
cameo.
cameo.
Okay.
But yeah, he's in Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny also.
Yes. Yeah, and he's also in that movie Crazy in Alabama, and he plays like the
in tons of movies.
racist ass like sheriff or something, which I thought he did a really good job in that role because that'd be a hard role to play. It'd be like this hateful
I
asshole.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially saying like some terrible things to other actors that you probably like.
Right.
I think that would be hard.
Totally.
So, yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and TV shows he was in Glee, Elementary, Celebrity Apprentice, Ghost Hunters, Monk, House, WWE Raw.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You just named a bunch of
It's
random
just
know.
like
stuff.
literally
It's all over
everything.
the place.
He's done it
Yeah,
all.
tell me
Yeah.
what he's not in.
Respect.
WWE.
So he saw
And
a
then Ghost
woman
Hunters.
in white while in upstate New York recording with Todd Rundgren on a record. And she kept kind of messing with him, and she even ripped the sheets off of his bed more than once. Like it was getting progressively worse. So that's creepy. Because
You said it was a woman in white?
Yeah, a woman like all in white.
There's so many things that could be.
I know.
But I'm I'm not saying like he didn't have a paranormal experience, but like also like drugs and crazy fans, like toxic combo sometimes.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it wasn't you said they were recording an album, so they were probably like, yeah, man, we gotta like get high and stay up all night recording.
Could be.
The sorry, like yeah, just crazy fan sneaks into his room every night, and
I know.
like I could just see that though. Oh man,
Okay, Demi Lovato. She
who
was
is 28 at the moment of this
Okay.
podcast?
She's pretty young, yeah.
Yeah, she was haunted by the ghost of an 11-year-old girl named Emily.
Who wasn't?
Yeah, and she even claims to have captured a picture of the ghost.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you believe any of those pictures where ghosts are in them? I don't, ever.
Nothing definitively. There's some odd looking things, but I've never
Yeah.
seen anything. I'm like, yep, that's a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
I don't know. I do believe in ghosts. So like, I don't know.
Yes, but for me the pictures.
Yeah, I just...
Especially now with all the
sometimes
digital
the
stuff, it's
pictures
like-
like it'll catch like a light or whatever, but sometimes like
an orb.
there are weird things in
for
some
sure.
photos, and like and everybody's automatic reaction, and myself as well, is to be like, that's Photoshop, you know? But I mean,
that are even
like with film photography though, like sometimes there's some weird shit that gets captured and you're like, oh, okay.
I remember seeing
that looks like kind of like a face, like, you know, it's crazy.
Fake looking photo of the ghost of Abraham Lincoln, like over the shoulder of Mary Todd Lincoln. Did you guys ever see that? Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
It looks really fake to me because you think like, oh, it was just, you know, created by, like, I don't know, I'm going to throw stuff out there that I don't know what I'm talking about, but like double exposure, something,
Could be.
tricks that way.
I think it's like the potato chip that looks like Elvis. Like if you have a million potato chips, there's going to be one. They're like, oh, that
I don't know.
looks
I've never
exactly
noticed like, oh,
Jerry Garcia.
all these
and then
pictures
if you have a million
of the
photographs,
family.
there's going to be one weird one where something strange happens in it.
Right,
Like,
but I mean, where you see like your dead relatives, like ghostly figures standing over your shoulder. I don't have any like that, and I have a lot of photos.
I bet there's
I'm
some
not
on
saying
eBay.
these people are not having paranormal experiences either.
They sell everything on eBay. Like I saw somebody who was like, it was like a giant ass talkie, and like they put it like in a little shitty like frame case thing. And I don't know if it was like an art project or if it was actually a giant ass talkie that they found in the bag, but they put it up on eBay. And people, like, you can fake bid on there now, so it looked like it was going for like millions of dollars. I'm like, that would have been so funny though. If somebody's like, you know what, fuck it, I have billions of dollars, I'm gonna buy a giant ass talkie. Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe if you're so rich, you're just like, why not?
Right, freak this person out.
Right?
Yeah,
but the 11-year-old girl stuff, like, so I've been, as previously mentioned, watching too many TikToks. And there's a lot of weird ghost stories on there for sure. So I don't know. I'm not 100% doubting that one.
yeah. I didn't mention, she's a singer and actress. She has 6 albums. She was a child star. She was in Barney, Jonas Brothers 3D concert, Camp Rockley, Princess Protection Program, and
yeah, she was a Disney girl.
Yeah.
Those usually turn out well in the
I
end.
know, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Susan Boyle, next one. This is also kind of
the audition that you see and everybody fucking cried about.
Yeah.
Like for what, Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a great voice.
Oh, absolutely.
Like operatic or something.
I think
right?
she has albums out and stuff too.
She does. Yeah, she is a Scottish singer and gained fame for competing on Britain's Got Talent, and she has 8 albums out.
That's
like
incredible.
a holiday album. Yeah. But she experienced the ghost of her late mother, and she said that she believed she was just letting her know if she was okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. I thought that was a cute story.
That's like, okay, so gonna get personal here for a second.
Yeah.
That's like something that happens in my family. I don't know if I've ever.
No.
Okay. So I don't want to like go into too much explicits or whatever because it's like, not my story because I can't see ghosts.
Yeah.
But someone in my family can. And then another person is very empathic. So like everybody's like, oh, I'm an empath, but like they're not. But like a few people are.
Yeah.
And my mother is one of them.
Okay.
So like can't even watch violent films. Like everything she like really, yeah. So like it's interesting because she'll know when someone's around, she can feel them and feel the different presence. And then my sister, I guess I'm like giving it away, whatever. And my sister, my mom will be like, somebody's here. And my sister will be like, oh, it's over by the fireplace. And then she's like, it looks male. She's like, okay, it must be Rad. And which is like my deceased uncle. So, and then like my grandmother always kind of hangs around. So it's interesting. I mean, believe me if you want, but like, yeah. So but I've like literally grown up with shit like that. Like my family, just because my sister and mom have like special
That's cool.
stuff. It's interesting. So yeah, I'm super pro ghost.
Yeah.
I can tell. Yeah.
I'm
That's good.
into it.
I've never experienced anything, but I would really like to see something like that. I think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
It's like, it's just kind of funny because it's like there's all these stories and stuff, but it's like literally like the most casual thing in my family's home. Like no one even questions it. Like all the other extended relatives are like, oh yeah, I was visited by so-and-so. It's just like a thing. It's like a whole thing. And I'm like over here like, I do crystal stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, sorry, go on.
You never know. I mean, did your mom have those experiences when she was young even, or did it start at a certain age?
I don't know. I've never really asked. It's just
Yeah.
like such a casual thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, let me interview her about this stuff. You know what I mean? It's more of like people that she's like had attachments to, I believe, though.
Yeah.
Not like strangers. So
That would be better. I think it would be weird if you did
Yeah.
see something to see like someone that you've never seen before, like standing above you in your bedroom or.
Yeah. And it's not like every family member that's deceased, because it's like, honestly, like most of my family has passed away.
Yeah.
Or my extended family, but yeah, it's only like 2 or 3 of them, and that's it. And like one of them's already moved on, so.
Okay. So Miley Cyrus, she has 9 albums out, and she's a singer, actress.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah, Hannah Montana. So she has 9 albums of her on her own, and then 6 Hannah Montana albums.
So
Which is
crazy.
Yeah.
She just did a badass cover of Blondie,
Oh, I saw
Heart of
that.
Glass. She did a great
Yeah.
job on it.
It doesn't surprise me. She was on Black Mirror too. The worst episode though. Maybe one. Of the
Oh
worst.
yeah, she wasn't terrible. Just the episode was kind of dumb. I thought.
I thought it was
Like the storyline.
worse because she was terrible.
Oh,
'Cause I thought the little
maybe I'd
girls
have
in
to
it that
watch
were
it
pretty
again, I don't
good.
know.
Yeah, I don't. And maybe she was good in.
But you're
Hannah
right. The
Montana,
overall
but-
like thing I felt about it was like, this episode kind of sucks. But
Yeah,
oh well.
I really like that show though.
Yeah, in general, I'd give it an A.
Mm-hmm.
The show.
But while she was on tour in London, she saw the ghost of a little boy watching her while she was in the shower. He was just sitting on the sink, like kicking his legs. I think that sounds super creepy.
That would be creepy.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
don't want to. I
I'm
mean,
like, that'd be so uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, like, dude, I know that you're like, but that, no, I would be so
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
I think
like,
that would be
well, just
terrible.
like the idea of like any child watching me in the shower is like fucking
Anybody.
disgusting. But like, also like, I mean, like, I'm not a parent, so like, no,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, no.
I think
No.
it's just weird to think about being in the shower and, you feel something creepy or, you think you hear a weird noise and then looking out and actually seeing something. Because that's
feel-
happened where you've like heard a noise before and you're like, what the fuck is that? And then you look out and nothing, luckily.
I feel like I have to like expand on my earlier statement about maybe not being a parent, because I'm like, you guys know what I'm saying, but maybe listeners don't know what I'm saying. Is like, like if an infant or something, and like parents, whatever. But like, yeah, no, like no, not for me. So yeah, just making sure no creepiness was interpreted out of that statement.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I didn't come off that
I
way
didn't
at
take
all.
it that way.
Okay, and Lady Gaga. She is also singer, actress, songwriter, producer. She has 6 albums, and she appeared in Sin City, a couple seasons of American Horror Story. And she was in A Star is Born, and she actually won an Oscar for the song Shallow for that film.
All the people you've mentioned, they all have like 6 or 7 albums.
Oh, I know,
I don't
that's
know
what
if
I'm saying.
that's
I don't know, like, all these
complete
people all the time.
coincidence or what.
Yeah. Some of them have more.
Okay. There seems to be like a trend though. Like after my 6th album, I started seeing ghosts.
Oh, maybe.
It's crazy that I was just like listening to Lady Gaga earlier today because I put together a dance playlist
Yeah.
on Spotify. It's like called it's the end of the world, or the world is ending, so fuck it, let's dance.
Yeah. My sentiments exactly.
But there's like over 1 billion streams for that song.
Yeah.
Shallow.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
It is like literally my least favorite song of hers.
Yeah.
But I guess like I don't know. I wasn't like a huge fan of the movie either.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, we didn't watch
She did a
that one.
great job in it though. Like
I
I'm
heard
not
that.
like a hater. I just feel like whenever somebody crosses over and their fan
Yeah.
base is really supportive, and that's awesome, and I'm like here for that. I feel like things get blown out of proportion, and it's like maybe you don't typically watch dramas,
Yeah.
or independent films or movies with much depth, but like this is like pretty run of the mill shit. I don't know.
She was good in American Horror Story, I thought.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
I know.
I thought she was going to be like unwatchable.
Me
And I was
too.
like, oh, she's pretty good.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised. So writer Brett Meisner, he was photographed in front of Jim Morrison's grave in Paris. And when he got the picture developed, he saw Jim Morrison's ghost standing behind him. And that's a pretty famous picture online. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It has him looks like he's dancing behind him. And it's young Jim too. It's not like Jim when he died and he was kind of fat. But
I like Fat Jim.
yeah, so it's like young, handsome Jim.
Yeah.
And did you guys ever watch the Doors movie?
No.
With Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
I was
seen
just thinking
that.
about that. Yeah, I saw that a lot when I was younger because my sisters were like obsessed with it.
think
It's
it's
an Oliver
pretty good.
Stone film. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was interesting that like in that book, Please Kill Me, the oral history of punk.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about Jim Morrison throughout that whole book, like, and just like how, which I thought was interesting, but it's also talking about like the origins, you
Yeah.
know, and like how involved in like the scene he was.
Yeah.
Like from like what led to punk rock. Not like actual like punk rock, but like what the creation of it.
I think you would agree, like Iggy Pop, right? Like if you want to talk about someone from the early '70s who influenced.
And no, for sure, but like
he even had like the Jim Morrison like chest out and
right.
I guess he did some,
but like Lou Reed is like the one that was like and like several other people like Velvet Underground people and stuff like that like was all kind of like they're not necessarily punk, but they're definitely what led to it. And like television and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of people that like had already been in other bands before they started, the ones that then became
that makes sense,
the front runners of it. But I don't know, it's just interesting. So like everything I know about Jim Morrison, because I'm not like a big Doors fan. I'm not like anti-Doors or anything, but it's not like a Pearl Jam situation or anything. But it's all just from that book, and it's like just random drug stories. I don't know.
They had 7 albums, so not 6.
Told you.
7.
6 or 7. It's like seems to be a thing.
Kendrick Lamar. This one, and we're going to talk about this, but he has been visited by the ghost of Tupac Shakur while he's sleeping. So in dreams. So I don't know. Do you guys think that counts as a paranormal experience?
Yeah, because that's like one of the things is like
I'll allow it.
My grandma comes to my sister in dreams. So,
okay.
Like when she's at the family house. Yeah.
I've had dreams that my grandma was in, but I didn't feel like she was, coming back to visit me. Yeah, because it's like I didn't know she was dead in the dream.
Yeah. No, like it's different. There's I mean, like you can have a dream about a dead person, but like then there's also like where like they like you kind of enter a different frame of like consciousness, I guess, where you're actually like waking up and remembering those conversations.
Yeah, and he said that Tupac's ghost was encouraging and told him to keep doing what you're doing. And he said
Tupac's still alive, right?
Maybe. There's been a lot of sightings of Tupac.
Is that like a lot of the millennials and Gen Xers like Elvis? Is that our Elvis? Like their Tupac sightings?
I guess it is.
It's crazy though, because a lot of the pictures are kind of convincing. Because I've seen a bunch of him at like rap shows, but I've also seen a lot of guys that I thought like more than just slightly resembled him. And it's kind of like one of those things where like
everybody has like 6 doppelgangers.
I agree with that. Yeah. Especially famous people, because you can kind of try to like morph into them a little bit.
That's interesting.
Tupac's still alive.
I wish.
But yeah, he said, "Don't let my music die," and it inspired song "Mortal Man," which he samples an interview with Tupac.
Which like it was cool because like there's an interview with Kendrick Lamar about that that they went into that where a guy like at one of his shows in Germany like was like, "Hey, I have something for you," and it was like that interview with cool. Tupac that had never surfaced.
Yeah.
So it was like this unheard interview with Tupac, and then he like obviously like got Tupac's family's like permission to use it, which is really cool.
That is cool. And Kendrick Lamar, he's a rapper, songwriter, record producer. He has 4 studio albums. And I thought this was crazy. He's been in 55 music videos. So they're obviously not all his, but that's a lot of videos to be in.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That's tight though. That's like the dream. Like I would love to just be in all my friends' music videos. Like I've been in 2 that weren't for my stuff.
Yeah.
Like Harley Poe and Aliyah Shahet. But it's just like little side things. I was just helping film it. So I was just like an extra or whatever. But still, that would be super fun.
That would be.
I miss Harley Poe.
I know. They're good. They made it onto my Apocalypse 2020 mix for it's the end of the world and I don't give a shit.
Okay, so Cher, she's been visited by the ghost of Sonny Bono.
Not surprised.
Yeah, more than one occasion
at all.
too.
Have you guys ever seen that movie, A Mighty Wind?
No, but I've heard about it.
What is it?
It's like the same people that made This Is Spinal Tap.
Didn't
that same group.
Oh.
Isn't it the same?
But it's about folk music.
Sweet.
And there's and the guy like he's in Schitt's Creek. You know who I'm talking about? Plays the dad in American Pie, like that guy.
Oh, that
Eugene
guy.
Levy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, He's
so funny.
so funny in that, but like they kind of make fun of like the whole Sonny and Cher thing.
Oh.
And like just the typical like couple that like sing like sweet songs, and there's like some like you are the rainbow to my sunshine or something fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And and the guy has like a total like nervous breakdown when he realizes that she has like a boyfriend or something. It's so funny though. And it just, every time I think of Sonny and Cher, that pops into my head. I know this is so off tangent, but
Yeah.
if you need something to laugh really hard at, watch A Mighty Wind. It is so funny.
I think I'd like it a lot.
It's
I'm kind of
amazing.
surprised that I haven't watched it yet.
It's out of all the movies that they've made, like that.
Yeah.
I liked it better than Best in Show. I liked it better than. I mean, I didn't like it better than Spinal Tap, but like,
Yeah.
it's like
Classic.
same par, like same level.
I guess he can turn on lights in her house. He's done that. And it's always been a peaceful experience when he's visited her.
Just kind of checking in.
Yeah. Yeah. And Cher, obviously, if there's anyone out there that doesn't know who she is, she's a singer, actress, TV personality. She's they had 5 albums together, her and Sonny, and one
I almost had
soundtrack.
6. Oh, that counts.
Yeah,
6.
so 6. And then this, okay.
She's also just like one of the most iconic humans alive right,
Right.
now.
Yeah. If you don't
Like,
know who
she's-
Cher is, like, get out of here.
right? And if you don't know, like seriously, like what are you doing?
I
Yeah.
know.
Like go educate yourself.
Okay, so guess how many solo albums she has?
6.
No,
If it was
25.
I was gonna say it's got to be like around like 20 or something,
Yeah.
right?
26.
I
Oh
mean,
my
she's
God.
had
Yeah.
30, 40 years to.
And then one
make it.
album with Greg Allman.
Okay.
Because they were married or at least had a relationship.
Had
They had
no
children
From the
idea.
Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. I never knew that.
No.
Yeah,
no
because her
clue.
son, Elijah Blue, is an Allman.
Tight.
And she also is a Tony Award short of an EGOT. And that's when you have an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Because she won an Oscar for Moonstruck. So she's just like a Tony Award away from it.
How many people are there like that? Is there anyone?
There are. I know that there are people. I don't know who.
EGOT,
let's look.
EGOT.
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now because I had never knew that was a thing, and now I'm like
Oh, yeah.
fascinated.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, there's
Isn't John Legend one?
John Legend, Whoopi Goldberg, Audrey Hepburn,
Okay.
Richard Rogers, Mel Brooks, Rita Moreno, Helen Hayes. I haven't heard of a couple of these people, but I think they were just before my time. Barbara Streisand, Liza Minnelli.
Okay, so some of
Yeah, so
people
there's
you'd
there's
expect.
definitely like people that So she's really close. That's awesome.
I know.
I think that's huge.
Yeah, it really is. And then this one, we weren't sure if we've talked about this before. So sorry if we have, but it's still such a good story that I don't even care. But Kesha, who is singer, songwriter, rapper, and actress, 4 albums, and she was in the 2015 version of Gem and the Holograms. But Kendra, do you want to talk about this one?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Did we talk about this?
Did we?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
think
I
that
don't-
we maybe did.
I think we were talking about maybe doing this for a future
Yeah.
episode, but never really got into it.
Yeah, well, she had a pretty intense experience with the ghost where it escalated until it was a sexual experience. Yeah, it would
Was
only
it
visit.
consensual?
She didn't act like it wasn't.
Okay.
And she said that, it started just waking her up at night and then, it escalated until like the sexual encounter. But
I feel like my hot take or theory, and I have not seen the interviews with her talking
Yeah,
about
me
it,
either.
but I'm thinking it's more of like an astral projection type situation, or maybe somebody's astral projecting into her dreams and then they bang it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like who knows?
yeah, she has a really active imagination.
I mean, sign me up for those sex dreams though. That sounds tight. I don't know.
It's a pretty gutsy thing to say it on like a TV interview.
I know.
Be like,
Right?
Yeah, this happened. You know,
Yeah.
Well, that's like what her one song's about, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. It was.
Cue the music.
I didn't write down which one. Oh, Supernatural.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so funny though. I
I
love
know.
it. Ghostly sex dreams.
Yeah.
I'm not on that level of into spooky shit, but I want to be.
Yeah.
That is a goal.
We'll get there.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Could be. It could be scary. Because you're talking about, was it consensual? It could be ghost rape. That
That sounds
seems awful.
terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that there's many.
Well, especially
horror
since it
movies
was
that
like
have
a
stuff like that.
repeated encounter. Like, I
know.
feel like, and she said escalated into it. Like, I feel like that means that it was probably like over a period of time.
Yeah.
And they got
That's
to
the
know each
impression that I
other
got.
and vibe it out, you know,
Yeah.
and then just
Bought
bang
her
it
a
out.
drink.
Yeah.
Made that emotional connection. Shit got hot. Whatever. Like, yeah, that's funny. I respect her for talking about it though. Like,
I know.
I just love Kesha. Like, I don't even give a fuck.
I don't
Like,
know a
she's
ton
great.
about her,
She's
but I thought
really
it
fucking
was
smart.
Yeah.
She's super smart. She has been like fighting against like her former producer for rights to her music, and also to not have to be forced to work with somebody that abused her.
Yeah,
So,
which
like,
shouldn't have to happen.
Fair enough.
Even
She-
if there's a contract.
she had to change the way that she spells her name. With or without the dollar sign or whatever,
Yeah.
instead of the S, so she could continue performing. Like, it's insane. She's
Yeah.
had to go through so much BS. Like, I definitely support her.
Yeah, same. I've read a little bit about what she, what's the guy's name? Is it Dr. Luke or something? The guy that she's fighting against in court. It's something like that.
Yeah.
But I've read some of the stories and it sounds like it's pretty terrible what's happened to her.
Absolutely.
It's good to see someone so young like fighting back.
Absolutely.
So have you been watching anything or listening to anything?
I finally watched Euphoria on HBO.
Okay, I've heard of that.
I haven't had an
Zendaya.
HBO subscription for years, and I was like, or I canceled it like right after Game of Thrones, so I never
Yeah.
got to watch Euphoria. And I just finished it like last night. And that shit is intense, and I loved it. It was great, and the soundtrack is amazing. Like, Labyrinth did most of the soundtrack, and it's really, really good. Like,
Okay.
I like all kinds of music, so it's not just rock and roll for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's some bops on there for sure. It's really good.
Didn't Zendaya just win an award for that?
Yeah,
I think
she got like best lead actress in a drama.
that's what I thought. And she was the youngest person to get that award.
Yeah.
I believe.
Interesting enough too, like she actually like she's a singer too.
Yeah.
And so her collaboration with Labyrinth too is like my favorite song on there.
Oh, okay.
It's like how the season finale kind of rolls out. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out yet.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we kind of did the same thing. We canceled our HBO thing kind of after Game of Thrones, and then recently we're like, "There's a bunch of shows we kind of like. I kind of want to watch these."
I know, like I'm watching
So we
his Dark
redid it.
Materials too, which
Oh,
all about,
yeah.
like the Golden Compass.
I watched a couple episodes of that. We just watched The Outsider. Have you seen that? It's
I
great.
haven't.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I've been just reading a lot of books lately.
Been trying to.
I know.
Like last year, I made my challenge was like to read 150 books in the year.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
tough.
I got to like
Just with
142 or
time. That's
good.
143.
That's
That's really good.
I think I blame reading like giant books, like for, like throwing that off a little bit, so I didn't hit my goal. But I just kind of never really got out of the habit of like doing that instead.
Yeah.
So I picked up 3 books today.
Oh.
One was about string theory, because why not?
Why not?
And then like 2
Diversify.
Chuck Klosterman books. So that's always fun.
Yeah. Trying to think if I watched a Deer Tick concert
Nice.
last weekend. Yeah, it was great. They did
Born on Flag Day.
Yeah, the whole
It was really
album.
good. They sound
It was
great.
so good. Yeah, they sounded so much better than I ever expected because with John McCauley, he has kind of those raw vocals. You never know. At least I did. I mean, since I've never seen him live, I didn't know what it would sound like, and it sounded great. You've seen them. You've played with them, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
They played at the Brass Rail.
Okay,
with-
and somehow I didn't know that happened.
That was
before,
like
you told me.
2007 or 8, maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
There's a bunch of good
Before
people
anybody
in
knew
this
who they were, and I
there.
just remember sitting in the back of the bar, like watching them play. I'm like, man, this band's really, really good. And like
They're so
nobody was
good.
paying attention to them.
I don't see.
I feel like
how
that happened.
you-
Like the OCs played at the Brass
Same
Rail,
thing,
and
yeah.
there
I
was
was
like
probably at
no
that
one
show,
there.
too,
yeah.
Well, there was like
Yeah.
no one there. Everybody that saw them was like, "This band's fucking amazing." But
Yeah.
like it was like a Tuesday night or something. Like nobody.
I was probably at that
Went.
show. Like our Mike probably booked it.
There's been a
Right,
few
exactly.
shows like that where like I just didn't have like $10 or $15 to get in, and miss
Yeah.
seeing some like really cool people.
Yeah,
And that's such a
still-
good price
Jay
to go see
Retard
people.
I
played.
still regret
Yeah.
not seeing Jay Retard.
He was
when
like
came
20
through.
bucks, I think.
Yeah,
I was
I think
like-
it's 15. And Tallest Man,
Yeah, I think I was like 21 when Jay Retard played.
yeah, he died
Maybe-
like
maybe
right not
22.
too long after that show.
Right, and I was just like super broke because I was 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so I couldn't
same
go.
A friend of mine, we even talked about that lives in Indy. We were talking about going to that show and had kind of planned on it all week, and then at the last minute bailed because we were like, oh, I don't want to spend the money, and then like he died, which sucks.
So yeah, so random.
Yeah.
I think that about wraps it up for
Yeah.
today.
Yep.
I am going to be on another podcast. It's called Hitmen, Deadites, and Me.
Awesome.
It's a movie podcast. Yeah, they talk about, movies with cult followings, and I'm going to be on there talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So,
That'd be
'cause I love
fun.
horror movies. Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely. We'll plug that next
Yeah.
time for sure too. Like that'll be fun.
Yeah, great podcast to listen to also if you, haven't checked it out yet.
Awesome. So check that out, dudes.
Yeah.
My dudes. All right. Yeah. Peace out.
Hang in there.
That's it. Yep. We'll see you next time, hopefully soon.